Good Monday morning. A new showdown between the U.S. and Iran.
After those crucial peace talks end without a deal, it is April 13th. This is Today. Breaking news, major escalation. President Trump announcing a U.S. military blockade on Iranian ports starting this morning. Iran firing back with new threats of its own. That back and forth causing oil prices to surge once again overnight. And an alarming new warning on how long high gas prices will last. We're live in Washington and the region. At odds, President Trump and Pope Leo in an escalating war of words over Iran.
He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapon so they can blow up the world. I'm not a fan of Pope Leo.
The Pope pushing back overnight.
I have no
And we will have the very latest. Breaking overnight, abrupt exit. Democrat Eric Swalwell suspends his campaign for California governor after multiple sexual assault allegations surface. Members of both parties now pressuring him to resign from Congress.
These allegations are despicable.
Representative Swalwell needs to go.
Just ahead, what he is saying about these troubling accusations and the criminal investigation now underway. Happy homecoming. The Artemis II astronauts celebrate their groundbreaking trip to the far side of the moon after that successful splashdown.
I have not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying.
So what's next for the crew and the plans for humans to return to the lunar surface? The head of NASA will join us live. Soak it in. Temperatures set to surge from the Rockies all the way to the East Coast. Record highs expected throughout the week, while millions across the Midwest brace for several days of severe weather, and Al's tracking it all. Those stories plus ready, set, travel. Americans planning their summer vacations with an eye on those rising gas and airfare prices. This morning, we've got your guide to the best destinations and how you can save money on those trips. And twice as nice.
Rory is a rare repeat winner at Augusta.
Rory McIlroy makes it back-to-back green jackets. The Masters' first repeat champion in more than 2 decades, and his parents there to see it all.
Mom and Dad, I owe everything to you. You are,
No words. Inside his historic journey at Augusta today, Monday, April 13th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today. Nice to have you with us on a Monday morning, and so glad to have you here, Hoda.
I'm so happy sitting next to you in this chair again.
Yeah, it's good. It's like the old times. Craig's on a very well-deserved vacation with his family this week, probably watching the Masters. And Rory, he gave people a little bit of a heart attack, but he pulled it off.
What a beautiful ending. What a beautiful moment. 2 in a row. And that scene with his parents was really just took it all.
Yeah. And does he get 2 jackets now? Or do you just wear the same one twice? We'll find out. Let's start, though, with the news. A look ahead at what's shaping up to be a busy, busy week, including that severe weather threat for millions of Americans that stretches into Wednesday, as you can see right there from the plains through the Midwest.
Yeah, here in the Northeast, a major warm-up on the way. Temps set to jump 10 to 20 degrees above average. Al's going to have his full forecast in just a bit.
In the meantime, we are following this breaking news overnight. Pope Leo speaking out after the president called him weak on crime. The Pope saying, quote, he has no fear of speaking out against the Trump administration.
But we do begin with the war with Iran and that possible dramatic escalation now just hours away. President Trump vowing a U.S. military blockade on the critical Strait of Hormuz after peace talks failed over the weekend.
Much to get to this morning. We've got it covered. Let's start with NBC's Richard Engel. He's in Tel Aviv for us. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. The clock is ticking for another possible showdown with Iran. President Trump says in just 3 hours at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, the U.S. military will begin enforcing this partial blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, not allowing Iran to direct traffic and control the flow of traffic in this critical waterway.
As of this morning, the U.S. military is set to begin a new role to control marine traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. And it's already sending oil prices even higher.
We have a blockade going into effect.
President Trump has railed against Iran for partially closing the strait, accusing Iran of holding the oil markets and American consumers hostage. Now, U.S. Central Command said it will prevent vessels entering or departing Iranian ports in the strait, but won't block non-Iranian ships or, quote, impede freedom of navigation to and from non-Iranian ports. But a full or partial closure enforced by American warships is nonetheless a major escalation, and it comes after peace talks between Vice President Vance and Iranian negotiators in Pakistan broke down over the weekend.
We just could not get to a situation where the Iranians were willing to accept our terms.
President Trump saying on Saturday he doesn't care if Iran agrees to a deal, insisting the U.S. is holding all the cards.
Regardless what happens, we win.
For now, a 2-week general ceasefire with Iran is still holding, but just barely. Iran is threatening to respond to the new partial American closure of Hormuz. Without providing specifics, the top Iranian negotiator said Iran will respond and Americans will soon be nostalgic for $4 and $5 a gallon gas. And Israel is also continuing to pummel Lebanon, which Iran insists violates the ceasefire. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited Israeli troops inside Lebanon over the weekend, saying the war there is not over. Israel is intensely bombing what it calls targets linked to the militant group Hezbollah, killing hundreds since the general ceasefire was announced last week.
And now U.S. intelligence reports suggest that China will soon provide Iran with new air defense systems, according to an official familiar with the matter. President Trump says he doesn't think that will happen, but said if it does, he'll impose 50% tariffs on China. Savannah?
Richard Engel leading us off. Thank you.
The president's announced blockade is already rattling the economy. Oil prices climbing back above $100 a barrel overnight. NBC senior business correspondent Christine Romans joins us now. Christine, people are already pulling up to the pump and just saying how high the prices are. So are they going to stay this way until this thing gets resolved?
Oil prices surging again overnight. Remember last week the talk of a 2-week ceasefire had oil prices coming down and had gasoline prices, what you pay at the pump, leveling off. And now we're back where we started. You've got oil prices surging here again, back above $100 a barrel. And you've got gas prices over the weekend, last night about $4.12. You know, the president on Fox Business said he acknowledged that gas prices could stay here elevated or maybe even go up a little bit heading into the midterms because of what he's trying to do with Iran. The Strait of Hormuz, you're not seeing ships move through there. This is a super highway of really important commodities for the global economy. We're just not seeing the ships go through. And now you've got the failure of these talks over the weekend and the president announcing this blockade, actually, of Iranian ports. Big concerns. That means oil won't be flowing anytime soon.
I mean, it affects gas prices, shipping prices, airfare, all those things. Let's talk about the markets, though, because the markets were quite jubilant when the ceasefire was announced. Now what happens? What goes up must come down?
Right. Last week was the best week for the stock market since November. It had been very jittery and now wobbly again here this morning. The concern is they just don't know. Investors just don't know what's going to happen next. There's no real playbook for what is being attempted here in the Middle East. And it is such an important production and transport hub, not only, as you mentioned, Savannah, for oil products, but all these other things like fertilizer. We're at a point now where we're starting to see surcharges for airlines, for baggage, for delivery. Even think of the shrink wrap that goes around a head of lettuce. That's a petroleum product. Those prices are rising as well. And diesel fuel prices are much higher than even gasoline. We ship 70% of the goods inside the U.S. with diesel. That means all of those things to get from, your grocery store to your house are now more expensive. So watching this space.
All right, Christine, thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, the war is also fueling a high-profile back and forth between President Trump and the Pope, who has voiced his concerns about the U.S.-led military campaign. NBC's senior White House correspondent Garrett Haake picks up the story there. Garrett, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning. President Trump, of course, is no stranger to the social media feud, and overnight he escalated a new norm-shattering one, lashing out at the first-ever American Pope, Pope Leo. Leo, the spiritual leader of the nation's more than 50 million Catholics, has been increasingly outspoken in his opposition to the war with Iran. This morning, he says he has no desire for a debate with the president, but that his mission is to spread the gospel, including speaking out against war and promoting peace. This morning, the fallout over the war in Iran now extending to an extraordinary clash between the president and the Pope. Pope Leo speaking out just hours ago.
I have no fear of neither the Trump administration nor speaking out loudly about the message of the gospel. And that's what I believe I am called to do.
After President Trump harshly criticized him last night.
I'm not a big fan of Pope Leo. He's a very liberal person. And he's a man that doesn't believe in stopping crime. He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapon.
Earlier on Sunday, the president, in a long post online, calling Leo, quote, terrible for foreign policy, saying, quote, I don't want a pope who criticizes the president of the United States because I'm doing exactly what I was elected to do. Claiming the church only elected Leo, quote, because he was an American, and they thought that would be the best way to deal with President Donald J. Trump. The president also posting this AI-generated religious imagery of himself. Tension has been rising between the White House and the Pope, who's become increasingly outspoken in recent months, particularly critical of the president's immigration policies and the war with Iran. Last week, calling for citizens to push for peace.
To contact the authorities, political leaders, congressmen, to ask them, tell them to work for peace and to reject war.
On 60 Minutes last night, before the president's posts, American cardinals saying Pope Leo inspired them to speak out on both immigration and the Iran war.
Under Catholic teaching, this is not a just war.
And now, after the president's comments, the Pope doubling down.
Too many innocent people are being killed, and I think someone has to stand up and say there's a better way to do this.
And already there's a growing backlash online to both that image the president posted of himself as well as this broader back and forth with the Pope. The head of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops writing on social media that he was disheartened by the president's comments about the pontiff, adding, Pope Leo is not his rival, nor is the Pope a politician. Savannah?
Garrett Haake, thank you very much.
Another major breaking story overnight. California Congressman Eric Swalwell suspending his campaign to be the state's next governor amid multiple allegations of sexual misconduct, one of them from a former staffer that is now part of a criminal investigation. NBC's Liz Kreutz is in L.A. She joins us with the latest. Hey, Liz, good morning.
Hi, Hoda. Good morning to you. Eric Swalwell was considered the Democratic frontrunner in the race for California governor, but all of that has now come to an end. While he has suspended his campaign, he has not resigned from Congress, despite a growing number of lawmakers and dozens of former staffers calling for him to do so. And we do want to warn you that some of the details of these accusations are disturbing.
Overnight, Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell suspending his campaign for governor of California. The move coming just days after multiple accusations of sexual misconduct surfaced, ranging from lewd text messages to rape, an allegation Swalwell has denied. On Sunday, he wrote, I am deeply sorry for mistakes in judgment I've made in my past. I will fight the serious false allegations that have been made, but that's my fight, not a campaign's. Swalwell is still facing growing calls to resign from Congress.
These allegations are despicable.
Representative Swalwell needs to go.
55 of Swalwell's former congressional and campaign staffers have also signed an open letter demanding his resignation and calling for a full and thorough investigation. On Friday, the San Francisco Chronicle and CNN reported allegations of varying degrees of sexual misconduct from at least 4 women. Swalwell speaking out over the weekend.
These allegations of sexual assault are flat false. I have certainly made mistakes in judgment in my past, but those mistakes are between me and my wife.
His attorney sending this cease and desist letter to a former staffer who detailed 2 instances in which she says Swalwell sexually assaulted her while she was intoxicated. Manhattan's district attorney's office has launched its own investigation into one of those occurrences, which is alleged to have taken place in a New York City hotel room in 2024.
in my flash that I can recall, I was pushing him off of me saying no.
NBC News has verified the woman worked for Swalwell, though her attorney declined to provide any comment. Another accuser, Democratic influencer Ali Sumarco, tells NBC News when she was 24, Swalwell offered to help her get a job on Capitol Hill before he began sending her inappropriate texts and nude images over Snapchat.
I'm running to be the next governor of California.
Now, less than 5 months after launching his campaign for California governor, the 47-year-old father of three's political future is in doubt.
And Hoda, a growing number of Democratic House members say they would back a motion to expel Swalwell from Congress. Meanwhile, his attorney has said the congressman is denying any wrongdoing and questions the timing of these allegations. Voters in California can start dropping off their primary ballots in just 22 days. Hoda.
All right, Liz Kreutz. Liz, thank you so much.
Much more to get to, including a thrilling Sunday at Augusta. And when all was said and done, he did it. Rory McIlroy repeated as Masters champion, just the fourth golfer ever to win back-to-back green jackets. NBC's Kaylee Hartung followed all of the nail-biting action. Kaylee, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you both. For a tournament with a history of thrilling finishes, the 90th Masters took us on a wild ride and delivered the drama. The reigning champ, Rory McIlroy, he built a seemingly insurmountable 6-shot lead at the halfway point of the tournament, but in typical Masters fashion, Augusta National would not make a repeat easy.
His year again. Rory is a rare repeat winner at Augusta.
The roars once again for Rory McIlroy, becoming just the fourth golfer ever to win back-to-back Masters, and the first to pull it off since Tiger Woods nearly a quarter-century ago.
I thought it was so difficult to win last year because of trying to win the Masters and the Grand Slam, and then this year I realized it's just really difficult to win the Masters.
Back at his home golf club in Northern Ireland, a celebration. An incredible Sunday at Augusta National Golf Club, coming after Saturday's seismic leaderboard shakeup, when McIlroy's record-setting 6-shot lead after 2 rounds vanished. A strong field giving chase all day, from Cameron Young, who took the outright lead early, to 45-year-old Justin Rose, a 3-time runner-up at Augusta. World number 1 Scotty Scheffler kept fighting too.
Would hold it long. Book it.
Still, McIlroy persevered.
Yes, the roller coaster continues.
With 4 birdies in 7 holes.
Birdie for Rory. Momentarily 2 in front.
His parents, Rosie and Jerry, unable to attend the Masters a year ago when Rory won the first time, on hand to witness their only child's 6th major title.
Mom and Dad, I owe everything to you. You are you're the most wonderful parents, and if I can be half the parent to Poppy as you were to me, then I know I've done a good job.
And as much as Rory loves Masters Week, he said it's also become his daughter Poppy's favorite week of the year, too, though he's not sure if it's the family par 3 day or the all-you-can-eat ice cream in the Player Services building. That was Poppy's reaction as Dad called her out for loving that ice cream. But it just goes, again, to the joy and the magic of Masters Week.
It's such a rare feat to repeat
It
back
is.
to back.
Just the 4th ever he has joined golf royalty.
Wait, you know something about the green jacket? They don't get 2?
They do not get 2. You don't stack up green jackets like you do trophies. Once you earn yours, it's yours for life. And Rory said, still fits.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, the internet thinks he should get matching pants. That's a going around. Okay.
Thank you, Kaylee. All right, Mr. Roker, how about a check of the weather?
The two of you, wow.
I know, it's a flashback.
Unbelievable.
What was that sound you made?
What was that?
That's kind of a Tom and Jerry. Anyway.
Wow.
Sorry. Heavy showers, thunderstorms coming across the Great Lakes. We are looking at flash flood watches and flash flood warnings from Michigan all the way into Wisconsin. We're going to be watching that for today. We also have a risk of severe weather. 9 million people, damaging hail winds from Green Bay, Rochester, Waterloo, Milwaukee. Tomorrow, we're talking about a much wider swath. 43 million people, Chicago, Milwaukee, Des Moines included, Kansas City, Oklahoma. Tornadoes, strong ones very possible. Wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. And then Wednesday, from Des Moines down to Kansas City, Wichita Falls, Texas, 12 million people, damaging winds, hail. The good news is tornado risk a little on the low side. Heavy rain, melting snow, causing possible flooding throughout parts of Michigan, Wisconsin, northern Indiana. And take a look at these temperatures from Tallulah to Roanoke up to New York and back to Dayton. We could be looking at record highs right through Wednesday. We're going to get to your local forecast coming up in the next 30 seconds.
Oh, come on, guys. You gotta Velcro your snacks to the wall. Those Pringles are those. Who?
Oh, those are mine now.
Nope, those are my Pringles.
No, finders keepers, you loser.
Nope, give them to me now.
No, dude. Okay, fine. Here, you can have them. Just kidding.
No, dude!
Back now, 7:30. Carson, see our friends at SNL having some fun with the guys from Artemis 2.
Rich for comedy.
Exactly.
Yeah, good job, guys. All right, we're going to start this half hour with a record-breaking moon mission. We'll talk about the real one here, the crew back on Earth and opening up about their life-changing voyage, while NASA's already looking ahead to the next big missions.
We're going to talk to Administrator Jared Isaacman in just a moment. But first, let's get to NBC's Tom Costello, who joins us now. Hi, Tom. Good morning.
Hey, guys, good morning. We had a chance to hear from the 4 crew members this weekend. All of them are healthy, their spirits riding very high after that record-setting mission that's given all of them and many of us here on Earth a new perspective while helping to usher in a new era for space travel. Mission complete for the 4 astronauts of NASA's Artemis 2 flight to the moon and back.
Houston Integrity splashdown, sending post-landing command now.
Their Orion capsule splashing down off the coast of San Diego Friday evening after a 700,000-mile journey that included the first humans to set eyes on the full far side of the moon and a spectacular 53-minute solar eclipse. Commander Reed Weissman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialists Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen still wrapping their heads around the experience.
I have not processed what we just did, and I'm afraid to start even trying.
The crew members sharing photos reuniting with their loved ones after their 10-day flight that set a new record for distance traveled from Earth. More than 250,000 miles to the moon and even farther.
Before you launch, it feels like it's the greatest dream on Earth. And when you're out there, you just want to get back to your families and your friends.
All 4 returning with a new gratitude for the planet we all call home.
What struck me wasn't necessarily just Earth, it was all the blackness around it. Earth was just this lifeboat hanging undisturbingly in the universe.
The crew, who's also spent considerable time in close quarters.
This is the furthest I've been away from Reed in a long time.
And forever bonded.
What you saw was a group of people who loved contributing, having meaningful contribution, and extracting joy out of that.
For NASA, the successful flight now tees up another critical test set for next year, when a crew on another Orion capsule will practice docking with the commercial lunar lander, all ahead of a planned return to the lunar surface as early as 2028.
To the generation that now knows what we're capable of, welcome to our moonshot.
Okay, but the U.S. is not alone. China also has plans to put astronauts on the moon, it hopes, by 2030. You know, this is not the space race from the 1960s. One key difference, big commercial space companies, SpaceX and Blue Origin, are competing to be a critical part of future missions. And NASA plans to put astronauts back on the moon and then build a permanent moon base as a potential springboard for future space travel, maybe even to Mars, guys.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Great coverage throughout. We're joined now by the administrator of NASA, Jared Isaacman. Mr. Isaacman, good morning to you. This really felt like a cultural moment. Friday night, bringing the kids around the TV to watch this incredible splashdown. It really captivated the public's imagination. Have you been surprised by how much people have really connected to this mission?
No, I'm not surprised at all, actually. You know, a lot of questions people ask me at town halls leading up to the mission. Hey, are people tuning in? Are they aware that we're about to send human beings around the moon? You know, like it was in the 1960s. And it's like, well, in the 1960s, I think there were 3 television channels. We have a lot of distractions in our lives today, but the moment those engines ignite, the solid rocket boosters go, and this mission is underway, I have no doubt that NASA is going to captivate the world's attention, and that's exactly what happened. It certainly helped having 4 outstanding human beings, those astronauts, that really brought the world together, brought them on the journey around the moon and back home to Earth.
Well, the inspiration was incredible. I thought that touched everyone, but there was also a lot of science that came out of this, too. What was learned from this mission?
So we learned quite a bit. I mean, we learned scientifically, technically. From a scientific perspective, I think you probably saw during some of the live stream coverage, the scientists, we had a whole dedicated science room at Johnson Space Center kind of go up in cheers when the astronauts observed the micrometeoroid strikes on the far side of the moon, when they relayed some of their observations, some of the coloring that they had noticed as they tried to characterize the surface of the moon. I actually have a copy of the checklist they pursued from a scientific perspective. It was probably somewhere around 100 pages. So that was great. We also learned a lot about the vehicle, which is incredibly important, right? One of the big changes we implemented in line with President Trump's national space policy to actually achieve the goal of getting back to the moon and building a base was adding another mission in 27. I mean, for as clean as this mission was, it's almost unthinkable to imagine we would go around the moon in Artemis 2, celebrate this moment, and then wait 3 more years before we actually attempt to land on it. So there's improvements to the vehicle, there's improvements to the procedures, there's improvements to training. We're going to roll that into 2027 with Artemis 4. That's the show goes on. I'm sorry, Artemis 3, and then Artemis 4 in 2028. We're going to take what we learned from 3 and bring those astronauts to the surface of the moon.
Well, it's been exciting to watch, really inspirational. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman, thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
All right, guys, still ahead, another journey to space that's fascinating to the world. It's Project Hail Mary, the big Hollywood milestone. It just passed. We'll let you know what it is coming up on your Pop Start Sneak Peek.
But first, Vicki's here to help you plan and save on your summer vacations. Hey, Vic.
Hi, good morning, guys. Whether you're traveling by land or by air, I'll have all the tips and tricks you need to know so that you can have a great summer vacation without taking a big bite out of your budget. That's next, right here on Today.
We're back 7:41 this morning on In Depth Today, your guide to summer travel.
That's right. Spring break season is nearly at the end, so it's time to start planning that next getaway.
Here's to help us do it and to hopefully save a little money in the process is NBC's Chief Consumer Investigative Correspondent Vicki Wynn. Okay, Vicki, we're seeing all the prices go up, the airfares, the baggage, and all that stuff. So what should you do if you want to book a flight?
Okay, first context, your average airfares for the summer already up 13% compared to this time last year, according to Going.com. So every travel expert we've spoken to says book now and you can always change later, meaning if the flight prices go down, it's on you to track them, but you can call the airline and get a credit towards a next flight. Just make sure you're not booking basic economy because typically that's not kosher with that fare class. Also, consider flying in August later on in the summer. It's cheaper than it would be in June. And make sure that you know that checked baggage fees have gone up $5 to $10 at the 6 major U.S. airlines. But if you check in 24 hours in advance, typically you'll save a few bucks that way. Or just try to pack efficiently and just take carry-ons instead. Katie Nastro with Going.com says use the 3-3-3 rule. 3 tops, 3 bottoms, 3 pairs of shoes, obviously the undergarments, and go crazy on the accessories because you can change up the look. Tons of videos on TikTok showing you how all of these combinations become like 1,000 outfits. Yeah.
Okay. I know. It's like the Hunger Games, though, trying to get the carry-on space now because it's so expensive to check. So if you haven't bought a ticket yet, then are there still any deals to be had on flights?
There really are, Savannah, but you have to let the destination or the deal guide your destination. So be flexible flexible. For example, if you want to go from Portland, Oregon to Nashville, you can do that for $197. New York City to Martha's Vineyard this summer. These are round-trip full fares, $237. Richmond, Virginia to Cancun. This is a great one, $324. Cancun is where I got the worst sunburn of my life, though, because you're so close to the equator. So slather on the SPF. And then finally, how about Reno, Nevada to San Jose, Costa Rica for only $340. These are fares that are available right now through going.com for the summer. So if you're flexible, if you're open, you can still get a great deal.
And Vic, quickly, what about road trips? We're hearing a lot about gas prices. What do you need to know about that?
Yeah, so Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy Carson said that gas is going to be volatile over the summer, but you should compare prices, and you can actually do it really easy now. Waze, Google Maps, Gas Buddy, you plan your route, and they'll show you the gas prices along the way, so you can go to the cheaper gas stations. Take care of the car. Make sure the tire pressure is at the right spot for your car. Take off the roof rack if you're not using it. Check. Do you have a lot of junk in your trunk?
Yes.
Because you want to take out that trunk junk, right, Carson?
Exactly.
Because that's going to create drag and weight.
It's a drive-by.
Lastly, RV vacations. The RV Industry of America says actually a trip for 4 from places like Atlanta to Orlando, D.C. to the Grand Canyon, cheaper by 60% than hotels and flights. But you just got to get close with the family. Take that adventure.
Okay.
Cozy.
Yeah, cozy.
Good stuff, per usual. Thanks, Vic.
Mr. Roker, what you got?
Well, we're looking at some. Excuse me? Stop treating me like a sex object. Anyway, any new fires may actually spread quickly from Rapid City all the way down to Roswell. We're talking about fire weather watches, red flag warnings. It's been very dry, and it's going to be chilly in California in the eastern third of the country, but that warmth is expanding from New England all the way down into the southwest. Lubbock, 87. Kansas City, 81 degrees. Philly, you're going to be 82. Tomorrow, New York City into the low 80s with sunshine. Hatteras, 72. Paducah, 16. Dallas, going to see temperatures up into the low 80s. And as we move right on into the latter part of the week, mid 80s for New York, 90s in D.C., and 80s to around 90 on Friday for our friends in Music City, Nashville. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. And that's your latest weather. Hashtag PSSP.
All right, we got a good one for you guys. The numbers are in, and it was another booming weekend at the box office. These beloved brothers and their friends just swept up another weekend win.
You wanted to see us? Don't move. I'll be right up.
When I said brothers, what did you think? Was that
Mario?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That, of course, is the newest film, Mario. Our sister company, Universal Pictures, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, now officially the highest grossing of the year, thanks to a whopping $629 million in ticket sales at the global box office. Meanwhile, another out-of-this-world movie is crossing a milestone of its own, and that's Ryan Gosling's Project Hail Mary. It's officially raked in $500 million at the box office. The theaters just warming up for a huge summer lineup of blockbusters that's going to include Spider-Man. They got a big sequel coming up, and also Christopher Nolan's epic, The Odyssey, that we've been talking a lot about for a long time. So it's going to be a big summer for movies, guys.
Oh, cool. We'll check it out in Pop Start in just a bit. Plus, let us say good morning to Jenna.
Hi, guys. You know we love adorable animals, and just ahead, we will have a Morning Boost exclusive for you featuring a little lady who's taking social media by storm. Right after this.
Welcome back. Jenna's here, ready for your morning boost.
Hi, little Missy. Okay, get ready for some cuteness overload. You may have heard about the biggest new celebrity down in D.C. It's the beautiful baby Asian elephant at the Smithsonian's National Zoo, Little Miss Lin Mai. This adorable calf has already been winning over the hearts of millions on social media ahead of her public debut next week. And buckle up, because I've got a special Morning Boost exclusive. Check out this video. Oh. It's Lin Mai getting maybe baby's first bubble bath.
Oh. All right.
Or second or third, but look how cute it is. Not only is it precious.
So graceful.
You talk about all the junk in the trunk.
By the way, that's kind of what I look like taking a bath. But okay, the zoo says these baths are also part of the elephant skincare routine.
What is that?
Oh my gosh. It's very important. They need to, it's a girl.
She?
And she needs to bond with the staff.
Wow.
You guys.
She's going to
shower
Sephora
after
next.
the bath.
Yeah.
She's headed to Sephora for a little face mask.
Put a little serum on.
You guys can see, she weighs 400 pounds. April 22nd, you can see her public debut.
Oh, cool.
That's funny.
She's got soap in her eyes. I just keep on
Give her a bigger tub.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It's very cute.
Thank you, Jenna. Coming up, we're loaded on music for Pop Start from the opening weekend at Coachella to the major leagues. We will break it all down for you. Got some good stuff. But first, a quick check of your local news weather and these
Where that
messages.
footage.
I did feel a little bit.
She's like flailing it. It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, breaking news. President Trump announcing the U.S. military will impose a blockade of Iran's ports starting this morning. How Iran is now responding as oil prices surge overnight. We're live with the very latest. Then the final countdown with just 2 days to go. What you need to know before you file your taxes. Plus, new information on refunds, why they're higher than average this year, and what you could be doing with that extra cash. All that plus the stars are out at Coachella. I Dream of Jeannie's magical milestone. And are you ready for some baseball?
Grab your seat just like you're at the park.
Today, Monday, April 13th, 2026.
Visiting today from Foster, California.
Carson City, Nevada.
Cleveland, Ohio. Gulf Shores, Alabama. Otsego, Michigan. And Troy, North Carolina. Cousins trip from Austin and Waco, Texas. On a trip for my Sweet 16 from Missouri. Hello to our 4 kids.
We love you.
Girls trip from Havana, Illinois. From Richmond, Virginia. Celebrating our 10th birthday.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Today. A pretty day out on our plaza. Happy crowd. They're all happy because guess what? Hoda's here. I still feel every time we walk out, people are like, but could she possibly? Yes, now she's here. We're so glad to have you this week.
I'm so happy to be sitting back in this chair next to you this week,
and
too.
Krager's is getting a good vacation.
Yeah, much deserved, much deserved. It's a busy morning, so let's get right to our news at 8 o'clock. We are going to begin with the war in Iran. The price of oil surging overnight after President Trump vowed a U.S. military blockade on the critical Strait of Hormuz. It comes after peace talks failed over the weekend. So let us get the very latest from NBC's Richard Engel, who is in Tel Aviv. Richard, good morning.
Good morning. We are supposed to be in the midst of a ceasefire, but now yet another countdown toward a possible major escalation is underway. President Trump says that in just 2 hours at 10 a.m. Eastern time, the U.S. military will begin imposing a partial blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, not allowing Iranian vessels to use the strait, to use their ports, and control the critical waterway.
As of this morning, the U.S. military is set to begin a new role to control marine traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. And it's already sending oil prices even higher.
We have a blockade going into effect.
President Trump has railed against Iran for partially closing the strait, accusing Iran of holding the oil markets and American consumers hostage. Now, U.S. Central Command said it will prevent vessels entering or departing Iranian ports in the strait, but won't block non-Iranian ships or, quote, impede freedom of navigation to and from non-Iranian ports. But a full or partial closure enforced by American warships is nonetheless a major escalation. And it comes after peace talks between Vice President Vance and Iranian negotiators in Pakistan broke down over the weekend.
We just could not get to a situation where the Iranians were willing to accept our terms.
President Trump saying on Saturday he doesn't care if Iran agrees to a deal, insisting the U.S. is holding all the cards.
Regardless what happens, we win.
For now, a 2-week general ceasefire with Iran is still holding, but just barely. Iran is threatening to respond to the new partial American closure of Hormuz. Without providing specifics, the top Iranian negotiator said Iran will respond and Americans will soon be nostalgic for $4 and $5 a gallon gas.
And now U.S. intelligence reports suggest that China may soon provide Iran with new air defense systems, according to an official familiar with the matter. President Trump says he doesn't think that will happen, but that if China does do it, he'll impose 50% tariffs on China. Hoda?
All right, Richard Engel for us there in Tel Aviv. Richard, thank you.
Voters in Hungary yesterday ousted long-serving Prime Minister Viktor Orban after 16 years in power. This was a stunning defeat for the close ally of both President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Vice President J.D. Vance made a visit to Hungary just days ago in an effort to help push Orban over the finish line. The winner instead, Peter Magyar, the leader of the center-right TISA party. He has pledged to rebuild Hungary's relationships with the European Union and NATO.
Now let's go to that mystery at sea. Authorities in the Bahamas must decide today if they will charge a Michigan man in the disappearance of his wife or set him free. He claims she fell overboard during an evening boat ride. NBC's Jesse Kirsch joins us from the Bahamas. He's got the latest. Hey, Jesse, good morning.
Hey, Hoda, good morning. The next 12 hours are crucial for Brian Hooker. His lawyer tells me he spent the weekend locked up here at this police station, and by tonight, we'll know if he's looking at days longer behind bars.
This morning, police in the Bahamas are running out of time. Investigators must charge Brian Hooker in connection with his wife's disappearance by this evening, or his attorney says he will walk free.
You think they are looking at him for possibly being charged with murder?
Right, based on the fact that they're saying that they believe he caused her harm that resulted in her death. That suggests murder to me.
American Lynette Hooker vanished more than a week ago. Her husband says she fell from the couple's small dinghy in unpredictable seas near Elbow Key. And now we're hearing what appears to be Brian Hooker's account.
I threw her a flotation cushion that we used to sit on the dinghy, right after she went in. But I couldn't tell if she got it or not.
Marnie and Blaine Stevenson say that's from a phone call with Brian Hooker that they recorded last week in hopes of finding their missing friend. NBC News cannot verify its authenticity or if the audio has been edited.
What would you want people to hear most from that call?
The flares. Who saw a flare? He states he fired a flare gun off twice in that audio. Somebody had to see that.
We're also now learning more about Brian Hooker's apparent return to land. A boatyard security guard in Marsh Harbor telling Fox News he spoke with Hooker after he washed ashore, saying he was more exhausted than anything else. He wanted water to drink. The worker reportedly asking, "So where is the lady?" Hooker responding, "She's in the water." Since then, Hooker's lawyer says he spent days in police custody. Meanwhile, authorities say they've searched for his wife by land, air, and sea.
And he still denies causing her death.
He definitely denies causing her death, and he's still asking about her and is hopeful that she will be recovered.
And Brian Hooker's lawyer tells me that police actually wanted to question him yet again yesterday, but she insisted they wait until she could be here with her client. And so the expectation from Brian Hooker's legal team is that he will be questioned yet again today. So far, no comment from police. Hoda.
All right, Jesse Kirsch for us there. Jesse, thank you.
A pilot and 2 passengers walked away with only minor injuries after an emergency landing happened in the middle of a busy Phoenix road. Surveillance cameras captured the moment that seaplane touched down and skidded to a stop. Pilot says the plane's engine suddenly gave out. There was no time to get back to the airport. Thankfully, nobody on the ground was hurt either. Fire officials say it was a miracle that there was a break in traffic just at the time the plane landed. That is a miracle.
Yeah, good timing, too. All right, Carson, what you got?
All right, guys, coming up on Pop Star, we're going to take you inside the big kickoff of Bruno Mars's first world tour in nearly a decade.
First tax day arrives on Wednesday. If you have not filed, you could be in for a surprise. Christine Roman says many refunds are bigger than normal, so she'll share some ways to make the most of the extra cash right after this. We are back 8:14 this morning on today's Consumer, the countdown to tax day.
Okay, so if you haven't filed yet, you have until Wednesday to get those tax returns in, or you have to ask for an extension.
And if you need a little motivation, how about this? For those expecting a refund, they are higher on average this year. NBC's senior business correspondent Christine Romit's bringing us glad tidings of great joy.
And we need it.
A bigger refund. Why are they bigger and how much bigger?
We're talking about parents, seniors, homeowners, anybody who's like a gig worker who's got overtime and tips. Those are all the people who are going to get more money this year. So it's a big group of you out there. And we're talking about $3,400. That is the typical refund at this point. That's up about 11% from last year. So that is a good extra chunk of money. And boy, don't we all need it here. No taxes on tips. You've got some overtime exemptions. If you bought a new car last year, you need to check on that. If you had a baby, don't forget to file the form 4547 for a free $1,000 for an investment account, senior bonus of $6,000, and then that SALT cap, that is for homeowners. It was limited to $10,000. This is your state and local tax deduction. It got bumped up to $40,000. So a lot of you out there are going to see some relief because of that SALT tax cap increase.
A lot of people would get a check like that in the mail and go out and make a big purchase,
They
do
sure
something
do.
fun. But what should they do?
Well, there's this old phrase, the emergency fund, the rainy day fund. That makes it sound so scary. I call it the flexibility funds. You want to put some money away so you have some flexibility. So maybe 3 months of your expenses, maybe a little more if you can. Figure out with a budgeting app how much you need to live for 3 months, and then make sure you have that money put away. And a high yield savings account is the best place to put it, so you're still getting a little bit of money for your money. And that's what I would do. The first thing I would do is make sure you have a little flexibility funds in case there's something that happens this year and you need the money.
Okay, and then what's the next thing you can do if you had any left over?
Yeah, high interest debt. You want to nail down the high interest debt. And there's a couple of different ways to do that. There's something that's called the snowball versus the avalanche method. So let's say you've got 4 or 5 different credit cards that are pretty high interest. Take the smallest one first, start to pay it off. That's the snowball. It starts small, but then it really makes a big difference. Avalanche is when you take the biggest, highest interest. You got a 25% or 30% on a store credit card. Pay that one down first. You're going to save the most money that way. Prioritize the highest interest debt to save the most money. Some people like to say, "Oh, I want to pay some principal, on my mortgage." Well, if your mortgage is at 4, 5, 6%, that doesn't make sense if you've got 20% credit card debt. Pay the high interest credit card debt with that extra money if you can.
All right, and so you can get some of this money and it can boost up your savings, or you can use it for a dream purchase if you want.
Absolutely. Some people, and Bank of America tells us people have been putting away for home improvements, for travel, for things like that. But you can put some in a 401k, an IRA, even a tiny, tiny bit makes a difference. I love 529 college savings plans. I especially love when grandma and grandpa take their state tax, break and they put a little bit of money away for the future. It's so great. Buying a house or a car, that's what people are trying to invest in, or at least put money away for that. And then again, travel. That's what travel costs are going up. Airfares are going up. Baggage fees are going up. Gasoline prices are going up. And so some people are taking their tax refund and they're squirreling it away into a high yield savings account so they can pay for their travel later this year.
Cool. Christine, thank you.
Best time of the morning.
All right, guys, got a big pop star for you. Chanel, good to see you. You ready? Everybody ready? All right, let's do it. We're going to start with Coachella this weekend. The California desert saw some of the biggest names in music, including Sabrina Carpenter, one of the headliners, along with some star-studded help. Will Ferrell lending a hand during a power outage.
Unbelievable. Typical Coachella. This is why you do a tech run-through, but these guys didn't want to do a tech run-through. There we go. We good?
He fixed it. All right, speaking of collabs, the ladies of Cat's Eye stunned the audience at their stage. They brought out the golden voices of Netflix animated movie K-pop Demon Hunters to duet that song. I mean, the power of that song was really amazing. It won like every award this award show season. It's like clean sweep.
Yeah, great song.
I feel like we all knew it too when it first came out. Here's another duet. Justin Bieber took the stage with his laptop to sing alongside a younger version of himself straight from YouTube.
so you guys know that one?
There was like a whole discussion because he was a headliner too.
Yeah.
About was this performance a little sort of underwhelming because it was so underproduced? It was just him and his laptop playing YouTube videos, but some people really liked it and thought it was cathartic and kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, we move on from Justin Bieber to Barbara Eden. What other show on TV goes from Bieber to Barbara Eden? Only the magic happens in pop star, everybody. In the 60s, no one got more done in the blink of an eye than this lady.
I knew my master could not do without me. Oh, there. Well, now at least the house is clean.
Can you believe it? It's been almost 60 years since I Dream of Jeannie signed off the air, and yet Barbara's latest Instagram post has fans doing a double take. Look at how amazing she looks. She put this up after Easter. It's gone viral. Fans can't believe how remarkable the 94 years young Hollywood star is looking these days. We'd like to know her secret.
Didn't you know I so wanted to
Living in a bottle must have been a good living.
You had a crush?
Oh my God, Barbara Eden? Oh my gosh.
That little crop top thing?
Yeah, she would do that. She called her husband Darwood.
Okay,
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, I watched every episode.
No, that was Bewitched.
Okay, either way. I like that too.
And that was his mother-in-law.
Either way. Whatever.
It's the same show.
It was the 70s.
She used to call him Darwood.
All right, next up, Zach Brown Band. You know, Sunday Night Football's got Carrie Underwood. Right. Well, the country music superstars are singing our Sunday Night Baseball promo.
Okay.
Sunday night, the show's about to start. Grab your seat just like you're at the park. Rest assured, the best are here tonight. Greatest show and a diamond in the light. You gotta see the show. It's a dynamo. You gotta see the show. It's a rock and roll.
The show is a dynamo. Speaking of the 70s, see, they're covering an Emerson, Lake and Palmer hit. From 1973. That's what that track is there. So, very good. I think between every pop star story, I should do the I Dream of Jeannie. That should be the transition between. You get that sound effect. Yeah. All right. Speaking of,
That's Bewitched.
It doesn't matter. Nobody cares, Al.
Yes, they do.
Speaking of sports on NBC, next up, Ludacris. Mark your calendars. This Sunday, the NBA playoffs are back on our network and debuting on Peacock, and the Grammy-winning rapper is getting everybody hyped with his rendition of Time Has Come Today by the Chambers Brothers.
Y'all ready? Let's go! Now the time has come. Time, no place to run. Now we are rolling. Time.
It's like getting you all hyped up for the sports. Love it.
Cool.
All right, guys. And finally, Bruno Mars. This weekend, he kicked off his sold-out romantic tour.
You gotta do it again. There you go.
In the city that honored him with a street they just named after him. We're talking about Las Vegas, of course. Let's take a peek at night one of a little taste of Bruno's big hit, I Just Might.
Let's see that.
You were Bruno Mars?
Yeah.
At Halloween?
It was like 2021.
Oh, you've already done that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were going to suggest it for this show.
Bruno's tour is headed all around North America and Europe through the fall. We would love it if you could squeeze in a little stop here on our city summer concert at the Plaza.
Why don't you do your thing, baby?
Please, I'll make it happen. Yes.
What was that? It was like a mixture of it all.
Yeah, it's all of it now. Yeah.
He's doing the new.
That's it. Guys, I'm going to workshop it, okay?
Okay.
Tonight.
Okay.
Tomorrow it'll debut.
Straight ahead. This morning we've got homemade desserts with an A-list celebrity following, one of Ryan Gosling's favorite bakers. And there's a special connection to today, joining us to share her recipe for success after your local.
That's a great story.
Welcome back this morning on Your Health, a major update in cholesterol screening guidelines, the first in nearly a decade. It is estimated that 1 in 4 adults have high HLDL, the bad cholesterol. And for the first time, the guidelines are recommending treatment for people in their 30s. NBC News medical contributor Dr. Natalie Azar joins us now. 30 sounds really young for thinking about cholesterol, but some people do test for high cholesterol at that age.
They do, Savannah, and I think the take-home message here is that we want people to have that
bad cholesterol be as low for as long as possible. So the guidelines are recommending a baseline cholesterol check as young as age 10. And that's really to pick up that like 1 in about 250 people in this country who have really high cholesterol from these familial syndromes, if you will. And then you get another test around age 19 and then every 5 years thereafter, more frequently if you have higher risk factors.
Okay, so are those the new screening tests that we're talking about?
So that is the recommendation for testing for your cholesterol. But we have a number of new screening guidelines that are now recommended. And the biggest one, Savannah, is this new calculated risk called the PREVENT. This calculator now is going to measure our 10-year risk of having an event if you're the ages between 30 and 79, but it also measures a 30-year risk if you're between the ages of 30 and 59. I don't know if you remember a while back we did that, the heart age versus the chronological age. So it's a similar calculation. You plug in all of these different numbers and it's going to generate a category for you as either being low risk, borderline, intermediate, or high. And based on that risk stratification, that's how you're going to target your different LDL levels. The other things that are new, now we also want people to have an ApoB measured. That's something like a super cholesterol, all the bad cholesterol all in one. It's a little bit more fine-tuned than even just the LDL. The LP(a), remember that stealthy genetic test that is now recommended to have once in your lifetime because it is such a great risk, but it doesn't really change with age. And then that CAC scan, or the coronary artery calcium score, that's for men 40 and up, women 45 and up. And these are all what we would call enhancers, so that in addition to LDL, you want to maybe get these things checked to sort of personalize your particular cholesterol treatment.
Okay, lots to remember. There's talk to your doctor if you have any concerns, I'm sure. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely, Savannah.
Thank you, Dr. Hoda, over to you.
All right, thanks, SG. If you enjoyed jury duty, get ready for company retreat. This time, Anthony Norman, sitting right here, is the unwitting star of the improvised comedy series. We cannot wait to hear all about it. But first, this is Today on NBC.
As I said weeks ago when you first entered this courtroom, that this was the last trial of my career, what I didn't tell you is it's also the first, because I'm not a real judge. And you're not a real foreperson. This is not a real case.
What? We're back. Okay, that was the big reveal on the Prime Video hit Jury Duty. So the Emmy-nominated series is essentially, it's like a real-life Truman Show. It's putting a normal guy in the center of a fictional scenario filled with actors. So season 2 moves from the courtroom to a company retreat. Anthony Norman is the unwitting star. He was hired just as a temp worker to help manage a hot sauce company's annual gathering. And Anthony is with us today. First of all, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so you step into this, you just want a temp job, and you're surrounded by all kinds of kooky, crazy characters who are all actors, and you're planning this retreat. Was there anything that gave you an indication, like, what the heck is going on here? This seems a little weird.
Yeah, there were a couple moments that, you know, made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. But really, my mom is what really started that. I would call home just to kind of tell her about some of these moments, and she told me, you know, something's up, right? So to be very mindful of everything going on around you.
Okay. So you are surrounded by, again, all of these actors, and you're put in some really precarious and interesting situations. And Esquire magazine basically said that this was a social experiment, and they said that you show that you prove humanity's goodness. I thought that was such a beautiful thing to say, because you, who had no idea what was going on, had to intervene in some of these situations. Tell us about that.
Honestly, I just felt like I was trying to do my best, you know, just try to step in there and help where I could. I was just grateful for the opportunity, right? It was a great temp job for me, and just wanted to help out.
Well, there's one clip from the show that shows off the impact, and this is what one of your fake colleagues had to say about you. Take a look.
As an older person, you get pushed to the side a lot. You get in the last seat. You get chosen last for the games. And you didn't ever see me that way. You saw me as a person and not some older lady. And that means the world to me. And the amount of love that you gave everybody here made my heart so huge and happy. And I'm just grateful for you. And you are a fine, fine man. And don't you ever forget that, okay?
Wow, what a moment there.
Miss Stephanie, I love her so
You
much.
did.
I love her. She reminds me of my aunt who was around a lot when I was younger, and she just has that, she's very sweet, but she has that rough kind of comedy, and that is what drew me to her.
I think you really were kind of on display, all the things. What do you think about all this hype? Like, the internet's crazy about you. Like, no one can agree on anything, but they can agree that Anthony's a great guy. What have you noticed and what have you heard?
I've just heard a lot of love, and I appreciate all of them. You know, just saying how much of a sweet guy I am, and you know, how much they think that I should be president, or that or how much you know, I guess I'm saving humanity, which is a big cape to wear, but I'll try my best.
Well, I'm excited about that. When they revealed to you that this was actually all kind of a hoax for a television show, how did you react?
I was surprised, but honestly, I had to understand what was really going on, and it was hard to do that because I didn't know everything. Right? I didn't even know what type of TV show it was until after.
Right.
So just trying to soak it all in and go back and dissect everything that was happening.
So you have a 3-year-old son in real life, and in real life, your dream isn't to be a temp. What is your dream job?
Yeah, so I'm a big baseball player. So my dream job would be to just build a baseball facility and host tournaments and teach kids.
Oh, cool. We like surprises around here, too. So we love the Yankees around here, and we hope you do, too.
Yes, ma'am. Pinstripe pride, baby.
Pinstripe pride.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, we have a little gift for you.
Oh, my goodness.
We'd like to bring you out 2 tickets to a Yankees home game. I don't know, maybe you and your son would like to give that a go.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Thank you, guys. Thank
Anthony,
you so much.
We think you're such a great human being. Thank you for everything that you've done. I hope people catch this show. It's terrific, and it makes you feel really good. So, Anthony, thank you again. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All the episodes of Jury Duty Presents and Company Retreat are now streaming on Prime Video. Way to go. All right, Carson, over to you.
Such a great story. We got another one coming up here, guys. Ryan Gosling has changed one baker's business and life with an unexpected late-night shout-out. We're going to talk to the Richards sisters about their sweet family tradition of supplying stars with nostalgic desserts. You're not going to want to miss the story. It's great. It's coming up. But first, this is Today on NBC. All right, we're all fired up for this story. Today, food. We got 2 very special guests. Linda Richards is the baker behind Ryan Gosling's favorite sweet treat, and that is thanks to her sister, Donna, who's our friend, the wardrobe supervisor for Saturday Night Live and Late Night with Seth Meyers. So before we get to all this baking, let's take a look at how these viral Popped Tarts came to be.
The sweet treat that began as an insider's secret.
Not a single tart has popped.
Quickly went viral after Ryan Gosling revealed on Seth Meyers.
Donna's sister, can I mention her bakery? She owns a bakery in Florida, in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
And they make the most incredible Pop-Tarts.
Donna is Donna Richards, the legendary Saturday Night Live wardrobe supervisor assigned to the weekly hosts.
Dressing every host since 1997. She has seen every celebrity here in their underpants.
And while Donna is busy with zippers and buttons, it's her sister Linda Richards' shortbread jam-filled Popped Tarts that adorn SNL dressing rooms. For more than 30 years, Linda has owned and operated the Cake Shop Bakery in Tallahassee. A local favorite, serving up cakes, cookies, and her famed homemade Popped Tarts.
And Donna gives them to you at the beginning of the show, like when you start hosting, so you're just running on Pop-Tarts the whole...
Today, with lines stretching down the street, this Tallahassee Popped Tart is on the map.
You have to order these Pop-Tarts.
I love this story. This is so great. We're going to make them here in a minute, but welcome, Linda. It's so good to see you. What has this been like? Was this just an overnight craze?
It was. It was turned my world upside down for sure,
Right.
but in a great way. This has been a just joy. It's a challenge,
Yeah,
but I'm going to
sure.
rise
To keep up with the demand now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
Okay.
For people who make these at home, tell us how you can make it. What are we going to start with?
So this is sweet French pastry tart.
Okay.
So this is just unbleached pastry flour, some sugar and salt, and you're going to mix this together.
Beautiful.
And then you're just going to add a unsalted butter.
Okay, a little.
And then you're going to, in the cubed, yes.
Yeah, little
and
cubes
then you're
of
just
it.
going to work it into the pie, in the flour, in the dry.
Yep.
So I use my fingers. This is my choice, but you certainly can,
I would use
try
my
it with
fingers.
a pastry cutter. But I try to shingle the butter into the flour and then just keep working
That's going to make it flaky and delicious, I bet.
Yes.
When did you get this idea for the Pop-Tart and to give it to all the celebs?
You know, it started with Pete Davidson and I at Craft Service.
Yeah.
And then we went down memory lane, what part you like, what flavor.
Right.
And then I called her and said, can you? And she's like, of course. Started sending Pete Pop-Tarts. He likes peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
And then Ryan found out, and he was hosting, and then I said, she'll send them. I said,
How many do you make at the bakery in Tallahassee?
Well, I used to make, 50. Now I'm into hundreds.
Wow.
I've had requests for thousands, and I don't want to think about that right now.
Right. Have you thought about trying
to start that?
Well, then, have you thought about trying to meet the demand at scale, like doing a whole big thing here, like making 1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'd like to invest. I feel like I'm on Shark Tank right
That's
now.
what Coleman Domingo said this weekend on SNL.
I would back
I'm an
this.
investor.
Yeah. All right. So we have this dough. Now we have beat some eggs.
Yeah.
We have our eaters over there. You've had a bite of the famous Pop-Tart.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
I get it.
It's like on steroids.
Everything's like homemade here too.
Worth
If you
the
wanted
hype.
to do this at home, you could just buy the dough or whatever and roll it out and put some store-bought jelly or jam in there.
So it's my choice of dairy. You can use anything, milk.
What do you
can use
like?
Cream. You can use half and half. And then you're going to add the wet to the dry and incorporate it. And you got to bring it together in a bowl.
Okay.
Nice ball. And then you're going to refrigerate it for 2 hours.
Okay.
So that
What's your
has to
choice
go
of
together.
dairy?
I like half and half.
Half and half. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Unsalted butter.
Unsalted butter, cold butter.
And then you have to refrigerate the dough for 2 hours.
Got
Then
it.
you get it out, and you want to lightly flour it, and you want to roll it.
Okay.
Or you could put it through.
Donna, you want to roll that one out?
I think that's supposed to be your job.
Oh, mine is okay.
I mean,
Sorry.
then you want to roll out the dough.
All right.
You know, Donna used to be
the
our
dresser from
wardrobe
hell.
person
Yeah,
here.
that's right.
Before SNL.
Yeah.
I think
She was on the
combo with,
Today
actually.
Show. And you're going to roll it to its thickness. So to become a square, for me, it's Pop-Tart. Now, if at home you wanted to make a tart shell. And then you're going to put some jam. For Ryan, it was strawberry jam was what he wanted.
Okay.
Wanted
Do you do this for all the hosts, Donna, now?
And then you want to
When this weekend she did, or last weekend when Jack Black hosted, she did black and whites.
The edges
Or Jack White and
for
Jack
a pie wheel.
Black.
So you want to crimp it either
Okay.
way.
They were good too.
Gotcha.
You just use a pie wheel, or you can have a fork.
Well, we said in Popstar, I think last week, May's a big month for SNL. You got a lot of great. Olivia Rodrigo's doing double duty
know, that's
on the
next one.
second. You got Will Ferrell's coming back. He'd be a good one to get a Pop-Tart. Okay, so we're crimping the corners there.
Yep.
And you made
After
this
fill it-
filling?
I did.
What other fillings do you offer in the shop?
I offer blueberry, my favorite cinnamon,
Okay.
brown sugar cinnamon.
Do you do like
chocolate,
a Nutella or something? Or, okay,
Yeah,
s'mores.
cream cheese.
Peanut butter
Somebody
jelly.
asked for guava, peanut butter and jelly for
Wow.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get down here till the
And then
end,
the
and then we
icing.
try it. Yeah.
The icing is powdered sugar
Oh my gosh.
and the vanilla and
Wow.
the cream.
Yum.
It just takes you right back to your childhood to eating that Pop-Tart, but it's good. You know, but it's really, really good.
Oh, my gosh.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Well, if you're
And
watching
then
and
you're
you
going
want
to
this,
make icing, and it's going to become this.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
you can spread it on top of your Pop-Tart.
and then a little garnish on top. Now, what if people are watching and they're in the Tallahassee area? Do you want them to come on down and see it, right?
Absolutely.
We've had a line around the building.
So get in line, get there early.
Yeah.
It's a great story. Great sister story.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you,
is.
Donna.
Nice.
Good work there, too.
I've been shipping things to SNL for years.
Linda's
Make
cooking
people
up. It's
happy.
called the Cake Shop Bakery. If you find yourself in the Tallahassee area, get
smell
in
cookbook.
line. We're back after a quick check of your local news weather and these messages.
Okay.
Thank you, Linda.
Quick change, quick change. Let's go.
I gotta change. I gotta change.
Do it again. Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.